So we good, we vibing, we straight. I hope so. We're here with another one. Man, it's been a couple of weeks. I'm on my own pace. You know, I wish I could have the time to do a little bit more, but it is what it is. I ain't really too much tripping about it. We're gonna do a little different, you know what I mean? I know everybody, probably whoever watched this, probably know who Joe Bartolizzi is.
Said, bro, you're making the experience so annoying for other chatters. Shut the fuck up!
We're gonna do something with him and Ludwig, video called "Are All Big Streamers VIEWBOTTING Today?" And I kind of wanted to, you know, indulge in this a little bit because I do want to, you know, dabble in the streaming world a little bit because I feel like more interaction with the chat would be fun.
VIEWBOTTING is just as bad. This is a video that Ludwig posted that I'm in part of, talking about Twitch VIEWBOTTING, YouTube VIEWBOTTING. Like, a lot of the VIEWBOTTING that goes on in Twitch is like such a gray area, even for a lot of social media, like influencers themselves, where if you're a viewer, you don't know who's VIEWBOTTING. If you're a streamer, you don't know who's VIEWBOTTING, and we don't know how many bots there are. Some people, it's obvious. Before we even start, there is one recent person that is VIEWBOTTING or getting VIEWBOTTed, not even VIEWBOTTING themselves, right? So there's the big difference. There's people that VIEWBOT and there's people that get VIEWBOTted. Most people, when they're talking about VIEWBOTTING, are people that are VIEWBOTTING themselves, but then there's instances of people that actually are just getting VIEWBOTted and it's not even their fault. I would say one instance is Asian Jeff. This is a grossly inaccurate representation of what VIEWBOTTING is. Asian Jeff went from having like 300 viewers at the bottom of April to 100,000 viewers in a day. That is not like what we're going to be talking about in this video is like people that are VIEWBOTTING a percentage of their audience to kind of give them a one-up on their competitors while still maintaining a majority actual human viewership and just botting like the back end to make it, you know, flesh out their numbers a little bit better. This is just like 99% ViewBots, you know, like 100,000 viewers for 5 hours, 600 followers. That just doesn't happen.
By the way, I do not know who this Asian Jeff is.
He actually did gain 3K followers. So I think the ViewBOTTING is actually getting him viewers, but I did see him tweet out about how somebody's ViewBOTTING him and he wants Twitch.
My personal opinion on the ViewBOTTING, I have had thoughts about not personally doing it because I feel like it wouldn't be organic, but I have had thoughts about, you know, it personally would help. I was thinking that, you know, it would personally help for somebody that's, you know, trying to get out there, and then newcomers coming in the stream, they don't want to just see like they're just by themselves watching this person, so they feel like, you know, if it's 100 people or 12 people, I feel like it would be more easy for somebody to tune in for somebody that's new, up and coming like myself. If I, you know, start streaming, which I have done a little bit, I ViewBOTted 20 people. Maybe one person can see that and be like, all right, let me see what bro got going on. He got a little 20 people. But it's really kind of far-fetched to see somebody that's going in there to see, or having my Twitch jump on somebody's FYP. That's kind of far-fetched. See, if he is ViewBOTting at 100,000, it's more likely 2,000 people or 1,500 or, you know, 900 people or something like around that range would come in and actually stay and, you know, get his, you know, followers, like, you know, actually stay and just watch because he's ViewBOTting that. Like I said, I always thought it would kind of help, but I feel like it's kind of tricky because if you ViewBOTted 10,000 people and you only got 5 followers, then
the man was cheating.
I'm sure more than half of them are gonna be like, bro, even if like more than half of, like, let's say you ViewBOTted 10,000 people and 1,500 people joined in just because you ViewBOTted, and they, you know, you come on their FYP and they, you know, they click in and nobody's chatting, or maybe a couple of people, maybe 5 people's chatting, it's gonna seem a little weird
to help, and they're just not. So it's called motion. I mean, maybe I would say like there is a percentage of these people that are real, just because you're like, if you're ViewBOTting 50K viewers, you're reaching the top of recommendation pages. But I'm just like surprised Twitch hasn't done anything about that. 7 days in a row. I tapped into one of the streams. He was doing a cooking stream, had like 100K viewers, and just nobody was typing. So it's like, chat is not a definitive way though. There's a few ways you can tell whether or not people ViewBOT, but none of them are like definitive. And that's what we talk about in this. He's alone in like half this video, and then I come in the call later.
Thought about doing, I don't think I'm going to do it.
I don't think I'm going to do it, but I think it'd be a fun experiment because there's been some conversation. I was actually talking to Connor today about view botting. I was talking to Connor today about view botting, and I've run an experiment before about starting a brand new Twitch channel and seeing how long it takes for somebody to recognize me.
Yeah, he already did that, but if he did a view botting channel, like if you were going to do an experiment as a Twitch streamer that already has popularity where you make an alt account and you view bot yourself and see how long it takes to get popular, you would have to do like no face cam voice changer. Like if I did that, I would have to be like Burnt Peanut. Like, I'd have to, like, turn on a voice changer and, like, a VTuber model. And because if it's me, you're going to be like, oh, it's just Joe. You know? Like, once you see it, it's not like, oh, this is some new person I like to watch. It's like, oh, no, this is just Joe Bart under another fucking username. The Burnt Penis. Yeah, I would be an uncircumcised penis VTuber. That's what I would be. The Burnt Penis. No. Somebody asked right before, though, when I started the video, if I've ever been view-botted. I have been view-botted in the chat bot sense. There are people that chat bot view-bot, which is where they, like, spam you with 200 view-bots that just spam the same message over and over again, and it, like, ruins your chat. But I have never been... Actually, no, that is true. I have been view-botted before, but not in an extreme sense like Asian Jeff is.
Thought about doing it on a brand new channel and just view-botting that new channel to see if it gives you a leg up. But I think even view botting from an experiment's perspective labels you a view botter in a way that's probably not good. Even if you're doing
it's fucking lame.
It fully for that experiment, you actually just did the act of view botting, which I think wouldn't come across. But I am curious, could you get banned on May?
Oh my God, there's me. That's why I wanted to watch this, because I wasn't live and I hopped in call and I was like, I want to talk about this on stream. There's me. I'm like, yo, and I start bitching at him. I'm like, yo, get me in the call.
Maybe.
Get me in the call. I'm talking about this.
But like, who gives a fuck about getting banned on Twitch? I mean, candidly, right? You lose the income of being able to stream on Twitch for the period that you are banned, but like, Twitch has shown like very little fucking willingness to ban creators, even who do heinous shit for a...
Yeah, it is weird. Twitch will ban people, but like most bans are actually just like 3-week timeouts. Like if you get banned on Twitch, you usually end up getting unbanned in like 5 days, just through like some sort of finagling. Cause it's like, unless you did something that like, unless you actually murdered someone, Twitch isn't gonna ban you because they're losing out on your revenue. Because if you get banned, you're just going to go to another fucking streaming platform. Like creators that actually get full turbo banned on Twitch just go to Kick or Rumble or YouTube. And then they just end up, Twitch just loses revenue from that. So it's like, why would they want to ban you? So unless you're actually not providing anything to the platform, they want to keep you on.
Period longer than a month. So it's like, who actually fucking cares about getting banned on Twitch? Like cheating on a different Rainbow Six Siege account. Yeah, I guess it is like cheating on an alt account. I don't cheat on my main, guys, just my alt. But I don't know, but we basically were having the conversation. How many streamers do you think ViewBot? Because I
end up saying it later, but I'll say it again right now. I think it's a lot less than people think. Some people think nobody ViewBots, but a lot of people think everyone ViewBots. And I think they don't understand the grasp of how much those people are ViewBotting. Like the average person that's ViewBotting on Twitch isn't ViewBotting 90% of their viewers. Like when people think about ViewBotting, they're going, oh, this person that has 15K viewers is fucking ViewBotting. They have nobody real in their chat. That's just not possible, right? Like to have an active, interactable chat with no one in it that's real is highly unlikely. The realistic response or the realistic...
That's exactly what I was saying earlier. It would have to be a method because there's no possible way that nobody's really going to believe that you have 50,000 people watching you and you have 10 followers. Like, come on now.
Answer is that 30 to 40% of their viewers are fake, right? You need 1,000 real people typing in your chat if you're a 15K viewer streamer to have it feel real, right? Because then you have unique chats of like real people typing rather than just spamming emotes or messages that are just like brainless, you know? You need people that are actually typing things of substance that make the point of streaming the point of streaming. Otherwise, it's just like word vomit in chat that means nothing. That's why I throw it in sub only on fucking React days, because I don't want to deal with that shit. I would say that the realistic sense is if somebody has 15K viewers and they're ViewBotting, they're not ViewBotting 12K. They're ViewBotting 6, you know? They have 9K real raw viewers, and they're ViewBotting 6 of them because that puts them from a top 500 streamer to a top 100 streamer, you know? They're moving the goalpost very far with a 30 to 40% ViewBot that they're doing. You know, it puts them in another league of streamers, you know? Because the average big streamer on Twitch is 3 to 8K viewers. Like, you hover that 3 to 5K Andy range most of your streaming career if you're bigger, right? Most streamers in that sense, even then, average like 400 viewers. Like, the average full-time streamer probably averages like 300 viewers, 200 viewers. And of that group, I would say a higher percentage could be ViewBotted. Like, I would say if you're looking at the top, the people that ViewBot are ViewBotting 20 to 30% if they're ViewBotting. The people that are lower, like 500 viewers or less, if they're ViewBotting, yeah, they're ViewBotting 90% of their viewers, but it's so fucking obvious. 500, because here's the thing. People always go, well, you know, not everybody's a chatter. You know, not everybody's a chatter. That's true. You know, a large majority of the people that are watching right now, you guys are eating a snack. You're not typing. You're watching on your TV. You don't even have a computer or a laptop in front of you. You know, you're just watching. But the smaller the streamer, the more interactive the chat. And that's a fact in my mind. Not always if you're doing like long playthroughs or subathons. But when you're a smaller streamer, you have a higher percentage of viewer to chatter ratio. So if you have 10K viewers and you're a bigger streamer, you might have 3K chatters and 7K people watching you and just not typing. But if you have 500 viewers, 350 of them are typing. So if you go into a Twitch stream that has 500 viewers and they're doing something that should be interactable, like a react video, and no one's typing, that's suspicious. Now, if they're doing RuneScape with 500 viewers and it's 1 a.m. and they have vibe music playing and nobody's typing, they might not be ViewBotting. They might just not have an interactive chat. You have to think of what game are they playing? How many viewers do they have? And how interactive are they trying to be with their chat? Like, it's not as simple as just like, oh, dead chat, they're ViewBotting, you know? It's a mixture of shit. The best way that I would say you see what ViewBotted chatters are like is when they just type emotes that have nothing to do with what's going on. Not like if you're playing CS and everybody's typing, you die, and everybody types not like this, and it's like, shh. It's interactive, you know? It's a real human going, that was stupid. I'm going to type an emote that makes sense. Now, if you're just doing a reaction and somebody's just spam typing Craigasm and like Dorito emotes, like, they're more likely a bot. Now, they might just be an idiot, right? Like, that might actually just be a dumbass. Like, there are people that just type like that. But few bots usually type stuff that has no purpose being there, and it's not a complex chat.
I think a lot of people are slowly recognizing that more people ViewBot, and I think it's swung too far.
Okay, stop typing Doritos. Throw it in some, I swear to God, chat, this is why I can't do this shit. Throw it in some only again.
People think like,
stop.
70% of streamers or some like crazy high number of people ViewBot. But I feel like it's actually quite low compared to the average person.
Out of the top 100 streamers that like personality streamers, not just top, because a lot of the top streamers are like CS, esports channels and shit. Out of the top 100 people, streamers, I would say 15 to 20 of them ViewBot.
I think of
themselves. I think 30 of them get ViewBotted, but I think 10 of them aren't trying to ViewBot. I said 10%. I would say a little higher.
The top 100 streamers.
Going back to it, yeah, I think Ludwig's chat's right.
I think Joe's number's closest. I think of the top 100 streamers, top 200, maybe 10% ViewBot. And I'm sure there's a lot of smaller creators who ViewBot who it's harder to detect because most people just aren't aware of the channel. But I think most people don't ViewBot. But I think now it like, NMP said some crazy shit on Twitter that 75% of the top streamers ViewBot.
Yeah, that's just not true. 65% of the top at least, if not higher. I've talked to Twitch staff and executives about it. TLDR was get over it, so it's GG's. My personal info on this matter through the people that I know is that I've been told by more reputable sources specific streamer names that ViewBot 20 to 30% of their audience. I'm not going to say those people, but, and because I'm also not sure if that's true. right? I'm not going to air that out off of what I've been told from somebody. You know, I'm not leaning into this like, oh, I'm just going to believe this shit. I've been told that like, you know, 4 or 5 names at the top that viewbot, and they viewbot like 20 to 40% of their audience. They have real viewers, but they're actually like a 5K Andy, and they're botting to be 12K.
Which just seems pulled out of his ass. Extra Emily Defo does it because who's watching her? Okay.
I don't like that logic. I don't like that logic. You could say that about anybody. Like, you can say that about anybody. People always go, this person's botting because who the fuck would watch them? It's like, people, you don't understand the amount of content that anyone would watch, right? Like, you could say that about me. You could say that about XQC. You could say that about fucking Jinxie or Rakai. Like, any stream, if you don't like their content, you could be like, why would anybody watch them?
It's kind of circular logic, right? You're using your own subjective taste to dictate who view bots because you're saying someone you don't like has views. But that doesn't make any sense. You obviously know that there are creators who you don't fuck with who get views. So you can't just use the logic of I don't like.
Everybody's saying Rakai. I don't think Rakai view bots. I think Rakai's audience is mainly Gen Alpha. Like, I would say Rakai's audience is younger than the average Twitch viewer. So from the perspective of somebody that's like 17 to like 25, you're going, why does Rakai have 15,000 viewers? But I think like half of Rakai's chat is like 12 years old. So you just don't know. You don't know anybody that watches Rakai because why would you know anybody that watches Rakai?
Therefore they view bot. Unless you just live through a worldview where you are like a main character syndrome. And what I like is a true objective taste. So anything that I don't like that has views must be botted.
So his chatters are under TOS? Well, I'm not just saying that. Realistically, Rakai's viewers are probably like 15 to 16. But, like, the average Twitch audience member is probably older than... Like, I would bet Rakai has a younger audience than, like, Queso. Like, even though Queso's more family-friendly, I would say Queso's audience is probably older. Like, people that watch Queso are, like, a lot of the times late teens, early 20s, maybe even...
I ain't gonna lie, that is kind of fat but I think because Queso kind of appears older, though. You know what I mean? That's probably the only why. Rakai definitely appeals to the younger artists, way younger than, you know what I mean? Like, you can damn near, if you don't even know Queso or Rakai's age, you kind of damn near be like, okay, like Queso has to be like 25, you know what I mean? 24, you know what I mean? That's, you know, Rakai 17, 14, you know what I mean? Somewhere around that age.
30s, you know?
Dude, Emily got hoed by Mr. Beast, I will say that. She got hoed by Mr. Beast on that video.
Oh, well, she leaked the streamer tourney. I'm going to fast forward a little bit.
Real quick. What up?
Bro, I want to have the... keep in mind, this is after we sat in a Discord call for an hour. We love talking about this.
Have the take.
I think that I would say like 10 to 20% of the top streamers view bot, but I think they view bot like 30 to 40% of their viewers. So I don't think I think some people believe that the top streamers are, 12K viewers and, 11K of them are botted. No. I think more realistically, there's a lot of streamers that average, anywhere between 7 and 15K views. And 30 to 40% of them they're trying to get themselves to the next level of stream game. So they get better sponsors and they get in better stream circles rather than I really think it's not even just sponsors. I think the big thing is to have the pull to get clipped more to then actually naturally grow. Oh, I'm just botting every single... Okay, who the fuck said who's this jackass in Lud's call? Single viewer I have. The only person that I actually think might have done that was Jack Doherty. Because when I would tap, oh my God, Jack Doherty. No, Jack Doherty's the only person that I actually think might have view botted. Definitively. I obviously we're talking about there are people that view bot, but no, when he was on Twitch and he had 3K viewers, I was like, bro, there's no way. Into that guy's Twitch stream, chat was dead, no one was typing, and he'd have 3,000 people in stream.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's no way. I think it's more realistic that if you
they're doing
average
a marginal
12K
number.
viewers, somebody's botting 4
They're doing
4 to 5.
They're doing a marginal number that it's realistic and easy enough to hide. I'll go as far as to say I think even if
you could okay, I'm going to say this. I'm saying this as a pure hypothetical. I don't view bot, but right now I have 10K people in my chat. If I view botted 4K, no one would know. No one would know. Like you would have no, there wouldn't be a change in anything. I also have a more active chat than most other streamers, right? Like I'm in sub only in my chats going, I would know. Okay, apparently everybody would know. All of you guys are dokes.
10% or 15, 20% of people were to ViewBot. I think 90% of those people don't even touch the ViewBotting. Like somebody else is either doing it on their behalf.
You might be getting ViewBotted and you're not even hitting the button. Like you don't even know.
Yeah. Because I think
like that's what I think's happening with Asian Jeff. Because I don't see a world where he would bot himself 100K viewers because that would be so expensive. Like what's happened?
Probably should shut my ass up, but fuck it. If you are ViewBotting, not saying Joe or Ludwig is, I feel like if you was in the game of ViewBotting, you wouldn't really out yourself or out the method, because in reality you would kind of steer away from that motherfucker, because you don't want to really crowd the space up here, you know what I mean, what we're doing, and hogging the money and hogging the platform up here. So I'm just putting that out, not saying there are at all. I love Ludwig, I love Joe at all. Like I watch their, videos when I can. I've been watching them for years. If you're saying only 10% view bots, you wouldn't really make that number kind of like 65%, 45, 35% of the community of Twitch up in that top rank view bots, because then you would, be outing yourself, because both of y'all are in these top rank percentage. So that's my only opinion. But I'm gonna keep going.
Right now, I'm so genuinely curious how much whoever's botting him is paying, because viewbots aren't like we end up talking about prices and Ludwig looks it up. It's like pretty fucking expensive to viewbot like 80 viewers. Like it's 80 viewers that chat. So I probably there's price differences from just like a bot that views versus a bot that chats, because I think most people are probably opting for a chat bot rather than just a view bot, because if that's probably where the prices separate. It's probably a lot cheaper to have a bot just give you a view on Twitch than a bot that's actually also typing to make it seem like you're real.
Very few people would even engage so openly with it. They would just have someone do it for them, or someone do it for them without their consent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I used to have a problem where people, it's not even a view bot. It's like where have you ever gotten like chat bot spammed?
Oh,
where
yeah,
it's like
yeah,
one
yeah,
guy
yeah,
just
yeah.
has like 500 accounts that just spam the same message, and then you have to put your chat in shield mode. Yeah, it's fucking annoying. Wait, I think he ends up looking the price up.
But your viewers are not authentic. And I think you could pay a website to be embedded or get paid media to promote your stream. And it's not.
Sorry, I just fast forwarded like a jackass. What is he saying? I don't remember. I was in the call and I can't remember what he's saying.
To the site of Fextra Life and Ring, and going to their A.
You're saying like if you were on another platform and you're paying for views.
Yeah, like you could pay, for example, I guess Fextra Life used to do this, right? Like Fextra Life would have a bunch of people going to their website for guides on how to beat Elden Ring, and then they would have a stream of somebody playing through Elden Ring, and that stream would have like,
embedded views. Yeah, where you put yourself on a site where you're the main page and it just auto views. That's Twitch front page. Twitch front page is empty viewership. When people go, oh, dude, Twitch front page, the most OP thing ever. Twitch front page will not grow you at all. Because Twitch front page, it gives you the views, but no one follows you and nobody chats. Because if you're on Twitch front page, yes, it will. It helps. I'm not saying it does nothing, but I'm saying I remember, chat, I did a fucking DiGiorno pizza. I did a DiGiorno pizza ad while playing Assassin's Creed years ago. I averaged 2,000 viewers. I went live with 12K people in my chat, and none of those people followed me, chatted, or interacted with my stream at all. It's people that just have the Twitch page open. It's like a cable TV view. 20K
viewers, because it would be embedded into the site of Fextra Life. And like on paper, it's like a fine practice. You own the website Fextra Life. You have a Fextra Life stream. It's okay to embed your stream on Fextra Life, but your viewers are not.
Yo, the only other thing that I would say people view bot in actually like more likely view bot is like comp play tourney streams. I'm not saying like, I don't think Rocket League does this. I'm just using Rocket League as an example. I think RLCS is one of like the most real raw viewerships, because I think Rocket League is one of the biggest games that does exist. But I think like games that hold pro play tourneys and have like 80K viewers, I could see those companies view botting, because if you're a video game, you want your pro scene to look a lot bigger, because that makes your game seem a lot more popular, because games with big pro scenes are always just big in themselves. So it looks really bad on the game itself if your pro scene's lame.
Authentic. And I think you could pay a website to be embedded or get paid media to promote your stream. And it's not like, it's not bots in the same sense. Like, they're not genuine viewers who are engaging, interacting with your stream.
Well, then wouldn't you say the same thing about like being on Twitch front page? Yeah, that's what I was just saying. I'm fast forwarding. He ends up pulling up, oh wait, here it is. Only went up by 1.
All right, everybody go to Twitch, whether you have an account.
Oh, I make this point. I make the point that a view bot has to be a complex system where they're giving you different views from different IPs. Because if you, this is just also a tip for people. If you want to give yourself a view on Twitch and you watch yourself on, like, say you're trying to grow and you have your stream on like 3 TVs in your house and you're trying to give yourself 3 views, it'll give you 1. Because if you watch a stream from the same IP on 30 different devices, it counts as 1 device. Because if you're watching from the same location, it doesn't help view count at all.
Count or not, and I want you to put this guy's name in. His name is Rooster PB, right now.
Yeah, I think this is like a whole college like classroom. Like, I think like 100 people join and it gives them 1 view.
I want you to all go, you have people, right? Including me now, all right? All right, there you go. So, now, we've got 17 people.
Oh, it's only 17. I'm a jackass.
Plus me. How many viewers should he have? Yeah, well, with 17, 18 people, we just joined his chat. He had 10 viewers. How many viewers does he have now? 12. Why does he not have 20-something? Because you are all on the same network.
Because, like, it actually gauges, like, location and other factors. Like, you can't, if you were, like, a new Twitch streamer and you just, like, pull up your own stream on, like, 4 separate accounts, it won't even give you more than 1 view.
Right, yeah, because it'll be, like, under the same...
I used to do that when I started.
Internet.
I would watch my own YouTube videos as well.
At Wi-Fi
same
or
IP.
whatever, yeah.
Did nothing, but it's just, like, the mental idea of like supporting yourself. Bro, I would put on my own YouTube videos on repeat. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually glad that he said that, because that kind of gave me a little, you know what I mean? Because I actually do that too. You know what I mean? Sometimes when I do stream, it's not like I've streamed like, I haven't streamed over like 10 times. You know what I mean? I definitely need to put them years in. I'm not going to say it's all going to come at once, but, you know, hopefully by the end of this year, I can have, you know, 15.
I don't know. That's why I thought
did nothing.
It'd be interesting to try a genuine view botting experiment to see, like, because I think the argument right now is,
how much are you gonna view bot? Like, are you gonna, like, you can't view bot yourself like thousands of viewers. I feel like Twitch would flag that. Like, what this happened right before the Asian Jap thing, and Twitch is not flagging it at all. It's more realistic. I think the people at the top view bot, yeah, 30, like 10% of them view bot 30 to 40% of their viewers. I feel like it's more common that like Twitch streamers with like 300 viewers are botting 250 of them. If you were going to view bot, I would say the most beneficial viewer range to view bot is when you're at like 400 viewers. If you are at 400 viewers and you view bot yourself to 1,000, you look way bigger. For sponsors, for the average viewer, like, you look like a lot larger of a channel perspectively if you're in that W advice. It's not advice. I'm saying don't view bot. I'm saying if I was a streamer in that viewer range, it would be the most incentivizing for me, because you have enough money from your 400 viewers to make a living, and you have enough to throw into the view bot ring that you're able to kind of skyrocket yourself a little bit in an unnatural way. Now, my side conversation is those Twitch streamers that do that are stupid, instead of just investing into like clipping yourself or editing your shit down and trying to grow naturally on YouTube, because the amount of Twitch streamers that only stream on Twitch and never promote themselves anywhere else is astronomical. Like, it is 2026. How are you still streaming and going, why am I not growing, when you're literally only going live and that's it? Like, almost the majority of their views are botted. and they're just trying to push themselves up to like a more recognizable. How is 400 viewers going to make a living? Sneak snag. And you realize like an average 400 viewer streamer could probably make like anywhere between like 50 and 70K a year. Twitch pay. If they're running ads, like if you're running ads, you could make, like I don't run ads on my Twitch. So I make as much as like a 4K viewer streamer. Like Lacey and Ron and them make way more than me because they spam run ads. I don't. I have a higher sub count. But if you run ads consistently on a channel with like 400 viewers, you could make a full-time salary from that.
I feel like that'd
you might get on the. It depends though. I was talking about this the other day too. Having a raw view count doesn't immediately translate to the amount of money that you're gonna get. It's not as simple as other social media platforms because it's really how engaging your audience is. If you're having a cyclical viewer rotation, are you having 400 stagnant viewers or are you having 400 rotational viewers? Because you could be a 400 viewer streamer with 2,000 people that entered your stream in a 5-hour stream and just 400 of them stayed the entire time. Or you could be a 400 viewer streamer that had 30,000 people rotate through your stream in a 7-hour span. And in that sense, you're probably rotating more viewers. You have less dedicated viewers, so you have less sub revenue, but you have more ad revenue because you're able to run more ads because you're having more people cycle through your stream. So it's like, it's a lot harder to determine what is like a view range that you're able to be full-time at. But there's people that could be full-time at like 60 viewers recommended.
That'd be expensive, no? To ViewBot at...
I don't even, how much does it cost to ViewBot?
I don't know. I haven't gone to the websites yet.
I've talked to like, I know there, okay, I'm not 100%. I know some names in the Twitch sphere that I've been told are pretty sure confirmed view. I already said that. Blah, blah, blah. Yap, yap, yap. This is where he goes over the prices. See, this is just a regular website. $40 a month gets you 25 live viewers, 25 realistic chatters, 50 permanent followers, custom chat list, and 500 VOD/clip views. And if you get $650, if you pay $650 a month, which works out to be what? 10 months would be 6,500. 1,200 would be 1,300. $7,800 a year gets you 750 live viewers. I don't see a world where that's worth it. Like, unless you're somebody already with 1,000 viewers, I don't see why that would be like lucrative. That are going to tap into your stream, like they'll be in your stream. Say you want us to ViewBot you? No, I would actually say that there's been like, dude, you see how we're in sub only right now? 24 hours. I think I love being able to entertain as many people as I can. Being real though, the prime chat range is 6K viewers. Once you surpass 8K viewers, there's just like goblins that enter the space. And like they've never been here, but now they're here and they're just like really rude and spammy. There's a day if you need them to.
Apparently they're chatters. Yeah.
What do you mean they're chatters?
I don't know.
Realistic chatters like AI. Yeah, like realistic chatters. What does that mean? I feel like that's a lie. Like a realistic chat from a ViewBot is not interacting with your stream. It's got to be like, it's got to be a realistic chat bot just typing like random sentence, maybe not a sentence even, like emotes, and then just like LMAO. Oh, that's so funny. Some shit like that. A chat bots?
Yeah, I guess. It says realistic chatters. I actually understand the logic. If you were to play Super Mario 64, you need 75 viewers in your top 3 in the category.
Yeah.
If you were to start a brand new Twitch channel and you're top 3 in the category, like people who might click that category bouncing from another streamer who just ended or, you know, who are just curious about it, and they'll be more likely to click you top 3 than if you're, you know, you have to scroll down for you. So like, I wonder how much that works. If that, cause that's the.
Yeah, but you're not making your money back, bro. Like if you're a ViewBotter on Mario fucking 64, and you average 10 viewers, and you ViewBot 75, and now you're at the top, and you have like one chatter come in to watch. It's like some random guy that's like, oh, I really want to watch Mario 64. You know, I've been really craving Mario 64 content. And they Google that, and they click on you, and now they're watching your stream. Like, are you really going to turn them into a dedicated viewer? Your chat's dead because all of your views are ViewBotted. And they're going to join your stream. I feel like you're launching yourself into like if I'm talking, if you're like new streamer, if you're like 5 views new streamer and you launch yourself into 100 viewer category, people are going to expect a streamer at 100 viewer entertainment range. Does that make sense? Like if you join a 5 view stream, most of the time, the vibe is a lot different than a 100-viewer stream. Even if it's the same person. Like, you're joining, they're a lot quieter. They're a lot shyer. They're not interacting with chat very much. So now if they're launching themselves into this different hemisphere, right, it's like, I feel like it would just come off like, what is happening?
That's the layman's logic.
Yeah, you could tell if somebody's an experienced streamer. And there are people that are experienced streamers at like the 10 viewer range. Like, I've rated guys that like hold fucking 8K viewers raw naturally. 10K or 10 average viewers. You know, they're just entertaining as fuck. And those guys are the guys that are going to grow. You know, but I'm just saying, like, the average person that's literally going, I'm going to view bot. I don't think that's causing enough growth, though, to I feel like when you resort to view botting, you're, like, refusing to go down these other avenues that, like, are able to grow you better, you know?
I kind of want to make a video, just like a little secret video like Ludwig did when he made an account. And, you know, kind of see if it does work. Because then Twitch, you have to fix that. Because then other people that genuinely is entertaining and genuinely people that should be deserving of these spots should be in this position.
I think there would be some people that are like, Jay, you're just a jackass. Maybe they already tried all those things. And I'm like, yeah, but if you're resorting to view botting, I'm like, is that, like, I feel like if you're at the point where you're view botting, it's like, is streaming for you? But the cost of $650 a month to put you in. Bro's reacting to himself. Actually, I'm reacting to Ludwig and myself in that category.
The 75 viewers, it's $20 a week or $60 a month. $60 a month for that to end up top 3.
Well, and then here's another top 3 on Mario 64. That's the thing, though. It's not like, it's like you're spending $20 a week to launch yourself in the top category of a category that averages 500 viewers unless Squeaks is playing it. Like, if you go on Twitch, like, this is Twitch. If you go on Twitch and you scroll, where is Mario 64? All the way down here. All the way down here. I mean, like, you're scrolling that far. Like, I don't see a world where that's not like, there's no way you're getting, you're not getting a return on your investment. Thing that I'm wondering, if you view bot and you run an ad, do those botted views go to your ad revenue?
See, that's what I think the answer is no. And I think Twitch has the ability to differentiate between.
They can tell, but they're not doing anything about the numbers.
No, they're not. Because YouTube, it does the same thing where YouTube can tell when something.
The reason I made that point was because I was like, if you do bot 75 viewers, just fucking rip 5-minute mid-rolls, you know, churn your money back. Then I get it. Because if you have 75 viewers, I'm just ripping ads, you know? But I guess it just doesn't count.
It's botted, but they're more likely to just not pay out the money for the views than remove the views. Because they're not trying to fucking hurt their bottom line.
Yeah, it makes their platform look better if certain people have, you know, a view bump.
You know what I was thinking about? And I think this is happening more and more. You know about paid clippers, right? Paid clippers is like, whatever, a meta that people participate in.
Dude, I get hit up all the time by other creators going, yo, who do you pay to clip? And I go, dude, you pay people to clip?
I mean, yeah, you're...
No, actually, I get hit up all the time because I get clipped on TikTok a lot. But I think I get clipped on TikTok a lot by people that are making minute-long videos and then making ad revenue off of me. And the average Twitch streamer's paying clippers to clip them. Everybody pays to clip. I don't. Like, I don't pay clippers. I used to pay an editor, and I would post clips on my own channel. But, like, when people say they're paying clippers, they're paying, like, individual companies of guys to make 10 different accounts and spam post clips of you. And I'll get hit up by those guys too, and they'll be like, we could really launch your... They always do the same copy and paste fucking bullshit. It's some guy on Twitter. He's always like 23. Some dude that's 23. So I've done some deep dives into your analytics, and I've realized that you have a high cap potential. Looking at your content, I could see we could really transform your channel. My team of me and 8 other guys are going to be able to really boost you to the next level. We have a payment plan that we could introduce to you. Do you have any time to hop on a call in the next week or two? Block. Yeah, thanks for the email, big dog. Spam. Throw that into spam. That's dog shit. Yo, that, or they'll be like, your thumbnails are really lacking. Here's what I could do. They link literal AI. They link AI thumbnails. Your shit's terrible, pal. Your fucking thumbnails are dog shit. I'm not paying you, right? What the fuck?
You're one of the few people, though, who like authentically just has people engaged.
Kangro's better? Yeah, he just can't spell. Kangro is the best thumbnail guy I've ever had. He just can't spell. He'll send me thumbnails and the text in it spelled wrong like 9 times. I just have to tell him to change it.
Aging and clipping.
Yeah, but I'm not paying them to clip, but they're making money by clipping me.
Sure,
like
but
they're
making
minute clips.
That's like an old school way to do it. The new way is where you pay people, then you're creating an inauthentic amount of content, inorganic content that gets shoved in the timelines.
Well, I just think if you got to pay people to clip, your content sucks. I feel like the most paid clippers, it's Twitter. Because Twitter's like full of engagement bait already. We were already talking about how I think Twitter's the worst platform ever. But I think like where you see the most paid clips is Twitter of kick streamers. I think it's not even paid clippers. It'll be like clips, and we end up talking about it. It'll be clips, but of like a streamer, and then in the bottom is like a rain bet ad. And so it's like a clip that's getting views, but somebody in the sphere, whether it be the guy posting the clip itself or like someone else. Yes, Steak. Like Steak Doc, it'll be a clip of like someone like Neon. And in the bottom of the clip's an ad for like rain bet or something else, like just some offshore gambling company. And I'm like, who's getting the money there? Is it the clipper? Is it the streamer? Is it some middleman that's running this account? Like,
yeah, but it works.
It does.
I know that clavicular.
And that's what you see. Isn't engagement bait literally not allowed on Twitter? Yeah, find me one instance where somebody gets fucking TOS banned for engagement bait.
His girlfriend's pregnant.
Literally every day you see Vague posting engagement bait on Twitter.
Today. I've never watched a clavicular stream. I have no reason to know about that. I know about that because a paid clipper.
But do you think that every clipper in that sphere is paid, or it's just like some of them are paid and then some of them are like, oh, maybe I could actually make money clipping these?
I think some are. I think there's like a paid cohort, and then there's like a shoot off of people who are trying to get that to do it full time, and they're not paid. But I think a good amount are paid, especially the bigger ones.
The only time I ever paid for clipping was when it wasn't even really paid for clipping. I had my own clip account back when I was smaller, and I would pay a guy to make clips. And then the account got banned, and I just stopped. I used to pay Toga. Don't know where he's been, dude. That was years ago. Used to pay a guy to clip me. I would post them on my official Joe Bart Clips account.
Yeah, but that's not even. But I never. That's different.
Yeah. I feel like that's paying an editor.
Yeah, that's just paying an editor.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people, I mean, like, some people do it, and it, like, I think it's, like...
Where's Ramsey at?
Squeaks does it.
Squeaks pays clippers?
Yeah, like, he doesn't want to operate his own clip channel, but he'll, like, pay...
Where's 2-inch?
People to make clips of his streams and stuff. And
that's wild to me that I feel like he would get more authentically clipped. Like, I watch fucking flashbacks on that one. My chat asks me about this. I genuinely watch Squeaks VODs. Well, I love Squeaks. I will glaze Squeaks till the day I die. I think that motherfucker's so funny. He pays clippers, but, like, I get it. Because here's how I would explain Squeaks' content. I think my stream's like this. You know, unfunny moments, funny clip. Unfunny moments, funny clip. I think if you're at like Ron, it's like boom, 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 boom. Clip, 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 clip. Squeaks is just like 8 out of 10 enjoyment for 5 hours straight. Like if you're watching Squeaks, there's nothing that I'm like, oh wow, that's a clip. But I'm like, he's just funny. He's just a wholesome guy. The vibes are great. It's like somebody's just shooting dopamine into your head versus you getting like a funny moment and then just it going back to normal. Like, so it's hard for him to gain viewers.
Yeah,
I will watch unedited Squeaks VODs.
Okay, I think you're just high to be doing that.
Well, I mean, I do get high and I watch Squeaks. I watch him play Super Mario Maker, but then sometimes he gets stuck on this. Bro, he'll skip the same shit. I was watching Squeaks the other day, and it was a Squeaks VOD, and he was playing fucking Super Mario Maker, and he's like, all right, no skips. I'm playing on expert mode. He skipped 20 levels in a row. He skipped 20 levels in a row. He gives it like 2 tries, and then he'll go, this is just bullshit, and he'll skip it. He'll be like, I'm not skipping any level, but... bait doors, but this coin collection. I'm like, okay, you're skipping like 99% of levels. Same level for 30 minutes, and I go, okay.
Yeah, that's a click out. That's a click out.
Let's lock it in. Let's lock it in.
I think you can also pay. You get the ball rolling, and then you can not pay. You know.
Yeah, like you pay.
I don't know who this Squeaks guys is, but that sounds like me because, bro, at the same time, I want to be competitive, but at the same time, bro, fuck.
Hey, and then you get, yeah, you pay to get some sort of traction going, and then other people, like, I think how Clipper channels work is they see a clip of somebody and they go, I could do that. Literally. They see somebody, they see somebody get clipped. They go, wow, 500,000 views, minute-long video. I could do that. And then they do it. And then they make their own little fucking account, you know, Ludwig clips.
I ain't gonna lie, that's what I thought that was going on. You know what I mean? That just everybody just trying to get a little chump change, because that's what I was thinking. Everybody making these clip channels, they get a little, you know what I mean, 500 to maybe 1,500. Hopefully.
And then they get a minute long. They just make minute-long videos. They post 4 a day, and they make fucking, you know, money from it. And then it flops. Well, a lot of them do flop, but some of them do well. But enough people that actually just easy 3K a month. I don't know about 3K a month. Start clipping, but it's money. You to try and make money themselves. And then now you could stop.
But I have a theory. This is what, because there's so many clipping agencies or whatever.
Bro, the problem too is I think like smaller streamers pay clipping agencies because clipping agencies know how to clip people. When you see, dude, sometimes I'll get like a 10 like video on my For You page, and it'll be a smaller Twitch streamer clipping themselves, and it's literally the most out of context clip ever. And not out of context in a good way, like funny moment. It'll just be like a random clip that's just in the middle of their playthrough of Red Dead. And it'll just be like really bad quality and just like a shitty joke. And I'm like, why did you clip this? Like, I'm not saying there wasn't good shit in your stream. It was just like, this was the worst possible clip you could have chosen. It's in the wrong format. It's bad audio quality. It's random. There's no hook, right? It's like nothing interesting happens for the first 20 seconds of the clip.
It's like, hey, we're the fucking #1 clipping agency. We have a team of 200 clippers. I think they're doing what agencies in like traditional sales have done for years, which is they're getting clippers. They're having them clip the content. They're putting
with people we don't know, literally. Literally, it'll just be him and his friends playing like fucking Warzone. Oh, so my friend Ron the other day, I'm like, dude, nobody knows who your friend fucking Ron is, man. I mean, like, we got to intro this. If we're having a clip, you know, you got to fucking, you know, this has to be a consumable clip with no one knowing who you are. Like, we're just like starting out the clip with like, oh yeah, I'm a part of your friend group.
Paid media behind those clips so they get a lot of views. So then they can get the money from the creator for these paid views. Like everything's
whoa. Say this again. You're saying people are clipping and then putting like when you see like a Roobet or like a stake.com like staple on a clip or something.
Yeah. So it's like so usually the streamer, okay, will or maybe Stake, or I guess Channel 5 is saying Peter Thiel. He allegedly accused Peter Thiel of funding Clavicular's clips. But like somebody, okay, one of those three, either Stake, Peter Thiel, or the streamer pays
an outside party. Wait, people are saying Peter Thiel is paying for clippers? Sorry, I don't even think I recognize that on call with him. Peter Thiel is funding clips for this creator that's in connection with them, and then slapping the logo on Peter Thiel fighting the Antichrist on TikTok by clipping Neon and Clavicular on the clips of them.
Yeah, and then they'll also pay for paid media for those clips, so those clips get even more views. So then whoever's paying for that has to pay more money because
I've had a problem. I think that does happen, but I've also had my own issue where there's accounts that do clip me and then they do put ads. Yeah, bro, I got to take those motherfuckers down, dude. I hate that shit. People will clip me and put those fucking offshore gambling ads on them, and they'll be like, oh, they'll be like, Joe, why are you doing this ad? And then there's just some jerk off. Joe Bart, why'd you post this? Smooth brain in those comments. Jeez, zoo. I fucking see one of those people. That shit never makes sense, bro. Over those views, and I have to like copyright ban them because they start promoting like offshore gambling sites. Oh, yeah, it's the worst, dude. It'll be ones you've never even heard of. Elephant Bet 43. There'll be a clip under there. Elephant Bet. Try out kangaroo money. I'm like, what the fuck is that app? Who the hell's downloading that shit? That was all we really talk about in the rest of that video, though.
Pretty long video right there. Never really done it. Joe Bart, I watch him all the time. I definitely want to, you know, when stuff like this, I'm going to watch videos like that and post them. Hopefully they don't copyright my shit. If they do, hopefully I'm gonna spin back whatever I get. And I'm not gonna really feel any type of way. I don't really care. I know how the game goes. I understand you don't know me. Just something I would like to talk about. Be careful. Don't be bot. Get them clips out. Make that money. Cause hey, It's enough for everybody to go around. If I ever get big, clip me and then get that money, nigga. Get that money. Get that money. Man, everybody trying to get money, man. Everybody trying to live off paradise before a nigga clock in, man. It's like, damn. Why not?